Wasting this shit. Yeah, so we was supposed to talk about this. We were supposed to do this in a red chair,
Yeah.
but we got the red studio.
That's fire too.
So, Priddy, what's up with you and the holy cult? You know, I don't see you with them saying that anymore, rapping it anymore. What's up with that? What's the story behind that?
As far as like, the whole Holy Coast situation, I'm really probably like excluding, Cash. That nigga, he a good nigga. He put me on my feet. For me, like, made a lot of sacrifices as far as like, putting me in position to make Priddy a brand and things like that. But on some real shit, it was like a real ego thing going on. You feel me? It was me, Cash, Banks, Kev Skrilla, Nova Man Dark. He was the last member, and it was supposed to be like a whole collective thing, not like amigos thing, like we a group, but just a whole collective as far as like us as up and coming rappers and artists.
Tough.
And long story short, short story shorter, when it came down to like who got more attention and things like that, that's when things started going downhill. And you start figuring out who your friends are, who's really there for you. You feel me? Who's really happy for you and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of people really wasn't happy. A lot of promises wasn't kept, things like that. So, as you can see, I switched my surroundings. I switched who I be with, who I rap with. Not to say that anybody in the cult or Cash ever had creative control over what I did, but I just had to let the whole situation go. Everything became too stagnant, very stagnated. Like, it became more of a jealousy thing.
Okay.
A lot of people wasn't getting the same attention, and people could take it how you want. For me, shout out to Lex Lavo. Lex Lavo was actually the last member of the cult, and he's the one who came through with the idea of all of us been rapping such and such years. Priddy's the one who been rapping the least, and he's getting the most attention right now. I think we should put the bag on him.
What's the relationship between you and Cash right now? Is there a relationship?
It's a relationship. I love that nigga. I love him for what he's done for me as far as like, when I was in the shelter, and he made sure like I stayed in the studio, I stayed around networking and stuff like that. But even him, we all got our ups and downs. We all got our jealous moments. For me, I don't find no other word for it because it's no good way to make something bad sound good. So if that makes sense for me. So even he wanted to start pushing his rap career, and I felt like, you're supposed to be managing me. You feel me? But that was my dog. Like, that was my man, 100 grand. Like, any papers he had in front of me as far as willing to sign the Holy Cult under him, I was definitely willing to do so. But when my bag came in and I started getting my recognition, I felt like he more fell back. Like a lot of cult members, they started falling back. And as you can see, there's no cult no more.
It was three, all right?
It was 5. It was Cash and Banks, they started the cult.
Okay, I know that.
They brought me along the team, and then they drafted Kev Skrilla, and Nova Man Dark came with Kev Skrilla, and Lex Lavo was just picked up because he was Cash Man. Cash thought he was a good person to have on the team. He's very versatile, as far as like Latino and Spanish and things like that. And he's a dope ass artist overall, no cap. Like, a lot of people in the cult was very talented. People in the cult be very talented, but people let their egos get the best of them. And that's just what happened. So it's no more cult right now. It's just Priddy The Opp and TJB and Floss Dawn, and we not no group. This is just do silent.
Silent.
This is just what the fuck we doing. Now I'm able to control what I want, and like I've told many people, you feel me? Like bad relationships happen because people take on positions that they really not ready for. So, boom, being like young into rapping, I felt like I needed a manager. You feel me? And my manager just so happened to rap. You feel me? So that's a bad thing too. Don't I advise anybody to never have a manager that raps. Don't get a manager that raps. You feel me? That's not any like shade, no real pun intended, but do not have a manager that raps. Like, cause when your shit sparking, he gonna feel like that's his spark too, and you don't need that. You need everything that's gonna pay straight attention to you as a developing and growing artist, no matter how the situation look. Yes, it's me, Floss Dawn, and TJ. You feel me? But if these people decide to look at TJ, I'm all the way behind TJ. If these people decide to look at Floss Dawn, I'm all the way behind Floss Dawn, because that's one foot in the door for everybody. Not to say that I'm gonna shy away on my talent, but I'm not signing up to be a manager.
Facts. What have you learned from? What's the most important thing that you've learned from the cult to Priddy right now? Because I've heard a lot of key points, like a lot of key points.
Be alone. Don't get no manager. Um, Take advice. Network with people. Um, don't take this the wrong way. Take it how you want. Use things and people for what they worth. For me, everybody, I was taught young, everybody is meant to be used for something. Whether it's love, whether it's shelter, whether it's, a couple dollars. Everybody's meant to be used. If you cannot be used the way I need you to be used in this circle, then there's no room for you. All you're doing is taking up space.
Would you be able to take the advice that you said now, like 5 years ago?
Hell yeah, because I was always a listener. I always had channel. 5 years ago, I had channel. And I had channel telling these same people. You feel me? Before it was the cult, I had my brother, Frost Davon. He locked up right now, doing a couple years. He got his date taken, but he got it given back. He was the full motion behind my career. And pushing everything, making sure I got in a lot of doors as far as like with DJs, clubs, things like that. And my brother B.I., I don't shout out people who really give up. That's my problem with people. People who give up. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's the point of this whole conversation right here. Like, I feel like a lot of people just give up. I don't count people who give up. You never seen nobody get a medal for fucking giving up in a race. You feel me? Niggas is putting a hard-earned money into this shit. Every dollar. You feel me? I was coming to this shit when I was in the shelter. With my last. Walking home. Just with music. So for somebody to give up on me at the height of what I'm doing is a killer. Because now you have to figure out where you're going to start from, what you're going to do. You feel me? And luckily still have people like China to teach me, all right, you have this amount of money now, you should put it here, you should do this, you feel me? Like, so, but I think, my advice to people, and what I've learned is, be by yourself. Choose who you want to choose to be on your features. If you're paying people for features, make sure those things count. Make sure it's benefiting you in every kind of way. Because this is a you game. This is a me game. You feel me? This is a me game. And if the people in your circle don't understand that it's about you at the moment, until they get in the door, and you gotta let people go. Shout out to Banks. I love that nigga. He's one of the greatest, one of the best singers. young that I've probably like ever heard. He was part of the cult as well. As far as me and Skrilla's relationship, um, we don't really have one.
Okay. Would you still do music with them?
Um, I got sent the track.
Okay. So the support is there.
I got sent the track.
You listen to it.
Um,
You gonna take that step and
um,
sound like they're reaching out. They wanna maybe not rekindle the cult, but at least like
I mean,
why not?
it's not like we fell out because of any real beef, but I feel like silent fallouts are the worst, if that makes sense.
Well, some Dipset shit.
Silent fallouts are the worst, you feel me? Because everybody's trying to figure out what happened or who did what, and people know what the fuck they did, you feel me?
Right.
So it's like, alright, if we're gonna reach out and do a track, alright, you send me a track, and
That's
that track,
how you roll the sprinklers. You
that track is of somebody else dissing me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And you want me to respond about some shit like that. So should I play the game and respond? or and make it seem like the cult is still together? Or just be pretty? Right now, everything that's done is off of me. Off of my money.
So what you saying is
With Cash, if Cash pull up, me and Cash could do tracks any day. Me and Banks could do a track any day.
doing Lex.
Lex Lavo any day. Any day. Word. But we would not be known as the cult. We are Priddy The Opp, and that is Cash.
What about
No,
Skrilla?
Cash. Skrilla can never get a track from me. Ever. He can't get nothing. Nothing. Ever.
So
Shout out to Drama Queen too. That was a good come up as well, you know, through the cult. A lot of networking. Drama Queen, she's fucking dope. Probably one of the best female artists that y'all should be looking out for.
I like that. I like the video I just dropped. That's dope.
Appreciate it.
Hella
Don't
dope.
invest in the red boots. Invest in your bitch.
Right.
For me.
I'm not gonna straggle away too far from it, but I see the support y'all giving on social media. You know, I see Kev liking your shit. You know, and I don't know if it's vice versa, but
I ain't never seen him like none of my shit.
I must have seen a flip name, but I do want to know why. Like, why you not trying to do anything with him? Like, what's the like, what happened with that? Because we spoke about this, you know, behind closed doors, but
It's an ego thing, and not on my end. Nah, it's an ego thing. You know, it's not on. It's nothing on my end. We have nothing in common. You know, I think, you know, certain things are just better left
That's how
unsaid.
you roll the sprinklers.
Yeah, this is trying
That's
to
how you
roll the
roll
shit
the
out of this. He wrote shit out of this.
That's how you roll
But
the sprinklers.
certain things are just better left unsaid. You know, I feel like people show their true colors. When they drunk, they show their true colors. I feel like people show their true colors when they angry.
okay.
And I don't jack shit like that. You feel me? Like,
Was it a one-time thing, or was it did it have to, you know, pick up for you to just like, alright, we done?
yeah, like it had to like pick up a couple times. Because he was a part of the cult. You feel me? I was just getting to know him myself. I thought we developed a good relationship, for me, but it turns out the nigga really didn't like me.
How you know that?
You just know people. You know, after a while being around people, you know, how they act towards you. People just don't like you, feel me? And it be because it's with the industry that we in right now and the goals that we going for, it's an attention thing. It's an attention thing, you feel me? You got people who are friendly competitors, and you got people who are competitive to the point where they really don't like you.
They want to take you out type shit.
Yeah, like I don't think the nigga want to take me out or nothing. Like, you know, he could go on a date. You know, I get my nails done for that. But
It's
you going a day. But yeah, as far as that, man, I don't really be beefing with too many niggas, man. I do music with anybody except that nigga.
Does that cover everybody in the group?
Yeah, man, like, I got trunk music on the way. I got K2801. That's a whole Harlem slash K2 um, um, Detroit dedicated mixtape. Something smooth for you to drive to. Something for you to feel like you're getting money to. You're getting pussy to. You feel me? So something for the ladies. And after that, just that's it. I'm chilling. Other than that, man, we getting real work done, man. Me, TJB, Floors Dawn with Trapways on the way. TJB, he got a lot to drop soon. Me and him, we got Ain't Friends on the way. You feel me? So that shit is fucking dope. Well, Ain't Trying to Be Your Friend. That's fire. It's fucking dope. Floors Dawn, he on the way with Trapways. He should be dropping Mount Vernon soon. And yeah, I'm just learning how to surround myself with good, solid people, you feel me, who are just really about the craft. That's what that's taught me. You feel me? Be around people who are about the fucking craft.
Surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
Because you got people who gonna want to snatch you up because you have a talent and be selfish and just keep you because they know other people gonna want you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about who can afford you at the end of the day. This is a money game. This is a money game. This is a personality game. And if both match up, somebody's willing to invest in you. You feel me? And at that moment, I probably didn't have the right investors around me. Or, people who had the best, intentions at heart.
Yeah, they have the best interests.
So just look for people like that. That's it. Like, I got a daughter, so everything I think off of right now involves her. For me, even down to the Calvin Klein deal. That deal didn't do nothing, didn't go nowhere without her. And she's not even in a picture for that. Everything I do is for the family. You feel me? And everything I do is solid. Down to my engineer, to who's rapping with me. You feel me? I make sure everybody is getting right as far as their royalties. As much sauce as I'm giving is the recipes that I'm going to give out.
Fire. Dope.
I'm only doing that with people who are like and as me. Like, if you working as hard as me, then you're going to get the sauce. You feel me? Like, so that's all it's about. Just working by yourself and just pushing your talents all the way to the limit. Your talent is really gonna show. The world is gonna hear you. Everybody's gonna hear you. You feel me? But you gotta have a solid team around you. You gotta have everybody that thinks alike. It don't matter who the bag is going in for. If the bag is going in for him to walk in the building, then fuck it. We putting the bag all on him for him to walk in the building. That's it. Other than that, we just working. We working. We ain't got time for the bullshit. We just working.
I ain't got nothing else. Chino, you got anything else?
Let's go. We in here. Yo. Oh.